All right, can everyone see my screen now?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna play it through. Just give me a thumbs up if it's playing through properly. Maybe a bit laggy though.
All right. You see it?
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. So we can do this one of two ways. We can just unmute yourselves and tell me if you think it's a takedown or not a takedown.
So by rule, Angel, he's got rear standing control. He's behind him with his hands locked. And as he pulls him down, the man's hand touches. So if that hand touches, that's an automatic takedown.
I agree with Joe.
Does anybody disagree with Joe?
I agree.
Does anyone disagree?
So, yeah, I disagree
I disagree too.
because he doesn't have rear standing position when the hand touches. He's no longer behind him that way.
Boom.
He looks like he goes to the side, not from behind.
Rear standing.
Right
Boom.
there, his hand touches. He's
Two.
behind him and the hand touches.
2 takedown.
That's right. That's what I see. That's what I would call
Right.
it.
So I'm glad some people disagree. Eric, thanks for speaking up. I had trouble with this one a little bit, but at the end of the day, per the rule, Joe is correct. We have a rear standing position. I want you to think about the guy that rose through, right? You don't normally have control when the guy does a Granby roll, but when he puts his hand down, you've satisfied both rules. You've satisfied the fact that he's got rear standing control and the hand is down. I don't like it either. I don't. For a long time, I read that as control, have control when he has the hand down, but it doesn't say that. It says you have to have rear standing control, which is what he got first, and then the hand came down second. Okay, Craig, go to number 2. All right, so hold on, Craig. So this weekend I had a lot of things that I wanted to share from my own personal view. This one in particular, I need you guys to look at where my position is and what I'm looking at. We had a discussion here at the New Midlands regarding this. I tried to let everybody know what I thought in the locker room, and this is one of those thoughts. Now, when I saw this coming back home, I did not see that this guy from Penn State was trying to bait me with the right hand. I did not see that during the match. And even if I did, it wouldn't have mattered because what I was looking for underneath. So if you can rewind it just a bit, Craig, and just let it play out. Okay, so I gave that 1 because that left arm came off of that chin, but not just because it came off of that chin. I need to specify it was really tight, and I was afraid that as soon as I gave that 1, it was going to be another takedown. And again, I didn't see that guy trying to bait me with that right arm. Okay, and you can see the separation that I'm talking about when I finally give the 1. There you go. So I know there's somebody in here that was with me, and maybe 2 or 3 people that were with me at Midlands. and we had a discussion about when to actually give escape or no control when you have a front headlock. And obviously when it's locked up, when you're on your knees or you're on your feet, and it's the top man's responsibility to try and make sure that he takes him down again or gets back behind him. All right, go number 3, please. All right, I'm putting this here because positioning is extremely, extremely important. Let me know what you guys see here. All right, what did you guys see? What was right? What wasn't right?
I'm
The
not sure.
offensive-
Go ahead.
The offensive man dropped down to defend his position. So since he dropped down, you started the count. I think it's right on.
Okay, anybody else?
I
I think
felt
that the
defensive
Rutgers
guy-
guy went to a switch position with his hand. And then, since that's the case, Penn State could go drop down to a leg and there should be no count.
I agree with Mr. Murphy.
Yeah, so I agree with Mr. Murphy as well. And that's why I stated at the beginning that positioning is very important.
Come
I
on,
did not
Nell-
see this.
Norman.
I was on the other side. And that's why I went around. And as I told you in the past, I tried to count so that the person that I'm counting against can hear me. When I saw this, I went to the right side so the Penn State wrestler can hear me. So, very good, Brian. Hey, if you're not gonna talk, can you please mute your phones? Thank you. Go ahead and play it. Craig again. Good. Okay, stop it right there. Sorry, just play it. Takedown or no takedown? Anybody think this is a takedown?
No.
Let me be the first one to say, I thought this was a ridiculously good hold on your part, Angel. I thought you showed really good patience here. I think it would have been easy to pop 2, but
Those dots.
it wasn't there and you held off on
What
it.
are
And it was
those?
a great hold.
I agree with Mr. Linich.
Does anybody think it's a takedown?
No.
Don't be afraid if you do. This is why we're here. Okay. The
Angel,
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue against a takedown there. I mean, he did have his hip. He did have it covered right there. It's covered. Now, is reaction time, that's on you. What do you feel?
So that is correct. The reaction time was not enough for me to award the 2. And that's why I agree with Kevin. The consensus from my evaluators was that this was not 2.
And look at the, we're fortunate enough to have a 1/10 of a second here. So he secures this hip at 3.9. And his hands come off the mat at 3.6. So we're looking at 3/10 of a second.
Yeah, I like the call.
So I want you to take it back to the 10 second. The reason I wanted to discuss this just a little bit, I don't know if you can see my eyes. But I knew that it was a tie match. Bring it all the way back. And I remember looking at the clock because I'm like, something's going to happen. And about the 8-second mark, I said to myself, just pay attention. Just look. Just don't look anywhere else. Just look. Right. I just wanted to be super focused because the position that the Rutgers guy got himself into, I thought that Penn State was just going to come around, and sure enough. So, I mean, we should be like that at all times, but this was critical because it was last few seconds of the match and tied. And I'm thinking it's going to be another takedown like it happened at a previous match. So, and again, to Scott Bricker's thought, you know, we all have our own internal reaction time, and it's different for all of us. Mine apparently is 0.3 seconds. But you know, we're all different.
Something like this can be a little deceiving because for the most part, he starts to look in control around 4 flat, even though he hasn't secured that hip yet. So you could argue that he's down on the mat for approximately a half a second, but he hasn't established control at 4 flat.
Yeah. So the way I teach this is if the guy is grounded before control happens, then you need to think about reaction time as opposed to having rear standing control and hand touch takedown. That's the difference. Okay. Anybody have any other comments before we go on to the next one?
This is Randy here, Angel, and when I watched this, I watched it a couple of times. I actually called 2 fellow officials because it was that close. And personally, I could have seen it either way. If you would have given 2, I don't think coaches could complain. I think the reaction time was actually a little bit more than 0.3, but that's reaction. You know, we're not watching the tenths of second when this thing's happening, but my initial gut was that he had the takedown, but because there was a question in my mind, I actually called Nate and Mark Dawson both to go over this because it was that close of a call.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so no one's disputing the closeness of this call. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that close, but I think another big part of a situation like this is you have to be on the mat to feel the situation as well. And I'm sure Angel being on the mat didn't feel that there was control. I mean, you got to see it and feel it sometimes. And I don't think it was felt or seen in this particular case.
Good. Any more comments? All right. Go on to number 5. Craig, I'm gonna ask you to stop it at a certain point. Stop. Is that 2 takedown? Who has? No. Go forward. Go forward. Just keep going forward. Keep going. Keep going. Does anybody have 2 takedown?
I can't see if his foot's inside, Angel, right? But if his foot was inside, my question is, why would he secured both of those legs prior to going out and him hitting the floor? So why would that not be 2?
Okay, good. Anybody
Angel,
think?
I was thinking takedown.
Okay.
This
Anybody
is Garth.
else?
This is Garth. Yeah, I think there was an interpretation on that a couple of years ago that lock there would result in a takedown.
Okay. Now, Craig, let it go all the way through without interrupting.
When you look at it live, it looks like
Yeah.
it's not control.
Hey, just keep going, Craig. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Just let it go. Let it go, let it go. Titus, this is for you. Stop it right
Foot-
there.
Yep, foot is out.
No, go back. Go back, go back, go back. Boom. So,
So right there, I would have, I mean, he controls both legs.
hey,
Yeah,
hey, Titus, no explanation. 2 or no 2?
I got 2.
Okay. So back it all the way up. All the way up, all the way to the beginning, bud. The reason I wanted to discuss this, I too think it's two takedown. And here's, I want Craig, keep going, keep going. I'm going to tell you when to stop it. Stop it here. Up, go back. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. I want you to stop it when Jaron starts walking up to me. So Jaron's coming up to me, and this is one of the things that I'm going to discuss next week. Communication between assistant and head official. This is crucial. Jaron did a lot of great things during that meet. And he approached me and he told me the hand hit the floor.
Yes.
However, I told him I had it out of bounds. So the reason I did not see the hand was because I was looking at the feet. All right. So for me, on Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, the next few days that I officiate, I just kind of taught myself that, hey, I'm going to have a wider view, like a first baseman, right? I need a wider view in things like that. But it goes to the discussion with a second, me included. I talked about this at length with Brian Manzi this weekend about the tentativeness of a second official or the head official having a full conversation to be able to determine what really happened. Exactly what I just told you is what happened. Hey, I had the hand out of bounds. I had the hand touch out of bounds. I'm like, I had the feet out of bounds. That was it. So if there was a better discussion on, hey, I had the hand out of bounds while the feet were still in bounds, then we have a difference, right? We have something that, hey, I got a positive and a negative, and I need to figure it out whether I just agree with them or we go look at it. And that's why I wanted to show this, because I was wrong. I should have given 2 if I saw this on video. But there needs to be better communication from a second.
Hey, Angel, just so I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that even though his hand touched out of bounds before knee hit or anything along that lines, that continuation would be a takedown?
Yeah, because he had rear standing control, and as soon as the hand came down, that's 2 takedown.
Yeah,
Whether it's on the floor or not.
Okay.
It's not a hand touch situation, Angel.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, this is Josh Smith. Yeah, the Penn State wrestler's knee hit the mat before any limb or, before either hand of the Rutgers wrestler.
Let's see that
touched
again.
any- So he's on the
Yeah,
mat.
it is rear standing. You're right.
Hand,
That is
no,
rear standing.
no knee came down.
No,
No, no,
On the-
So boom, there's his knee is down before his knee is on the mat before any part of the Rutgers hand, before any part of the hands of the Rutgers wrestler touch anything.
So you're
They're on the
just,
mat at that point.
Josh, you're confirming my statement. He's got rear standing control.
No, he had it, but he loses rear standing control as soon as his knee hits the mat before the guy who's
no,
or the Rutgers wrestler.
no.
He's on the mat now.
Yeah, that's still no.
Hey. Sorry, dogs.
So this is a situation that I think it'd be nice to just have a little clarity from the higher ups, because there was a takedown that was overturned at the 2021 championships by independent review that was just like this. It was in the middle of the mat though. But I think we commonly call it, if this knee comes down of the attacker, that he still is in rear standing control. And I submitted that clip that was overturned by independent review to the NCWA or NWCA tough calls clips. And we had the kind of reverse answer. It was confirmed as a takedown. So we've kind of seen both sides of the coin on this call. So it would be nice to have some crystal clear interpretation.
Yeah, I mean it says rear standing control, not rear kneeling control. The wrestlers can't be on the mat for that takedown to apply. I read that as neither wrestler can be on the mat. They have to be both on their feet.
So we'll do with what Craig just suggested. I will send this to the independent reviewers with Tim and see what they say.
All right.
Hey, Angel, would you have preferred if Jaron would have said, hey, that was really close, let's go look at it? I know we're kind of instructed to let them burn their bricks. But would you have felt better about it if Jaron would have said, hey, that was really close, he might have been in, let's go look at it?
Of course. If he had said that the hand came down while the foot was still inbounds, then most definitely I would have either said, okay, you saw it. I didn't see both feet and foot, and if you did, then I need to trust you. All right, keep going. So this one was a takedown. Sorry, I think at the, what was it, Southern Scuffle? So let me know if you think this is a takedown. So it goes on for a while. Okay. Anybody think that's a takedown?
It's tough to see exactly where
His head
the
is.
quote unquote offensive guy's head is.
Yeah.
You know, in that particular situation, I'd like to have his face up or his forehead up and not buried in the guy's crotch. And it's a little, it looks like it's pretty buried in this situation.
If I'm not mistaken, going back to Stever versus Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they clarify that situation with Oliver was a takedown, should be called a takedown, and it's called
Right.
the Oliver rule?
Right. But I think his head was like up more towards the belly button and his face
Okay.
was like up, you know what I mean? Instead of
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Oliver's face was facing the mat, not looking at his chest.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought his head was down.
Yeah, this, there's a couple of officials that all agree that this was no takedown. Okay, keep going, number 7. All right, so let it play out. Did everybody see that okay? Was it choppy? Did everybody see that? Yes or no? No?
Yeah, I think you
I
might
think-
have been a hair
Yes.
early on that.
Yeah, I think when you gave it, I think it may have been just about maybe a second too early.
You see that? Can you stop it there? So does anybody think that's a takedown?
No.
Does anyone think it's a takedown? So the answer would be yes if you answer.
I don't know why he's going up with green.
Yeah, it looks to me like he put up the wrong hand.
Yeah.
Clearly, he corrected himself afterwards. He put up,
Yeah, absolutely.
but
So
I don't know. I don't think you could have had reaction time there to give the 2 at the time that you initially gave it. But by the time you corrected it, yes.
So
Although
right, but so I got to go with what I first gave, which was 2 takedown, whether it was with the right, correct or incorrect hand. I
Yeah.
gave to this was reviewed and it was taken back. The problem here is bigger than just a takedown. Okay, that takedown, the score ended up to be 12-4, which ended up becoming a major as opposed to a just a decision. And the team, thank goodness, it didn't become an issue or a factor in determining the winner of the match, or sorry, of the duel, because they won by 2. So it becomes, this is one of those things, there have been several this weekend. Just the worst thing that we can do as officials is to take points off the board. And again, that's something that I'm going to go over next week. But yeah, this was too early. I anticipated it way too early and gave it. And again, I cost the kid being a major versus a decision. Okay, Craig, go on to number 8. All right, Craig, stop, go back. Craig, go back. Okay. Does anybody think this was an escape before I gave it?
No, because I think you got to allow time to see if he's going to complete the reversal.
I agree.
Good. Okay. So in the match, I was very, as I am all the time, I'm very verbal and pretty loud at letting people know where they stand. And if you look at the riding time, If he would have just left, right? This match went into overtime, like 5 minutes of overtime. So it's just you being able to let that top man know, or that bottom guy is trying to get the reversal, that red is still in control in this at this moment. And I don't know if you could hear during the match, but there on my right ear, I could hear, let him go, let him go, let him go. Okay, go on to the next one, please. Is this a kickback or no?
Yes, it is, and it's a great call.
Anybody think that it's not a kickback? Okay, I think we all agree it's a kickback then. He's off both feet. Okay, good job, Brian.
I think that referee needs to get some longer pants. I didn't see any water on the mat.
This clip, next clip, I wanted to show two-man mechanics. That's why we have two-man mechanics here. I'm literally looking at just the foot. And if you see, I come back, I see that they stayed in the same position. I said, I think that's two. You think that's two? And we both said, yep. We gave two. Anybody think that's not two or have a difference of opinion? Okay, let it play out to the next one. This one will be fun. It's coming in choppy to me, but anybody think that's a takedown or no takedown?
I have two red.
Yeah, I have a takedown, and I don't know. I'm swiping, but I don't know if I have 2 seconds of near fall, but it's close.
I got 2 and 2.
I got 2 and 2.
Yeah, I got 2 and 3 count.
I got to
Three.
a 3 count. Come on now.
I got a 3 count too.
I don't have a 3 count, but I got 2 and 2.
Yeah, I got 2 and 2.
I
Does
just have a
anyone not
takedown.
have a takedown?
I'm not sure I got a takedown at all.
Me neither.
I don't have a
I have
takedown.
control.
It's a
Oh, is that you?
continuous defensive maneuver from Green, and Red really never checks him in place.
No,
If
it's
you
all
are
pretty
calling-
fluid.
Yeah, if you are calling a takedown, you're best off trying to really sell it by getting at least one swipe in there. But I don't think it's a takedown.
I agree.
Yeah, again, we're grounded into to a point where he needs to establish control beyond reaction time.
I'm sorry. I was saying there when I was watching. I was watching. Can we put it in slow motion again? There was a point there, right there.
No, but yeah, but when
He still rolled
he
through
gave
that.
the two, he gave the two when the hand was down.
Oh, he gave the 2 already.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a problem.
Well, shoot, if he gave 2, then you got 2 near fall as well.
I agree. However, the question is, do we have 2 takedown right there?
No, I don't personally. No.
Oh no, that's not a hand touch at all. No, that's
Not
a hand
there.
touch for the same reason as the other one. It's his knees on the ground. He's on the mat before when he gets around the guy. No.
So let's go back to the comment that we made just a few seconds ago or minutes ago with the takedown that I gave. I gave 2. It eventually became 2, but at the point of calling 2, it wasn't 2.
Yeah, he doesn't have rear standing control. He doesn't have rear standing control there, so he can't get that.
I agree with Josh. You never established rear standing control in the first place.
Yep, correct.
I have 2 once they hit the mat. I thought he established control on the mat, but I'm not sure about back points.
He's on his head.
This is a good clip because me personally, I don't think I have anything there, but if you do have a takedown, then you also have 2 near fall. So This is an interesting
Swipes
one.
right there. Right as it comes to his knee, he swipes, 1 count.
You know what though? I think that I actually, Kevin, I think that I have 2, but at the time I'm giving 2 because I feel like he was checked, like, which is coming up right about
Right here.
not yet. It's so go a little
Use
further.
actual match times so people know what we're talking about.
Go to like 2:15. Right. Hold on. Now. There. So at that point, I'm giving the 2. But then if that's the case, then there's no way I got to a 2 count for near fall by the time he's out of criteria.
That's
One
2.
thing I'm
Or they set the clock?
considering is the
That's
bridge.
2 all day.
That's 2 all day. That's 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
I see him bridging to the right, and then he has to bridge back to the left
Yeah.
to get out of criteria.
What's
3
2 and 2
seconds.
mean though? What's 2 and 2 mean?
2 near fall, 2 takedown.
Oh, right on. Oh, my Lord. I just want to confuse it with 2 each.
270.
All right, so this is funny. This took a right turn because I was asking about that takedown. The
Yeah.
Fantas takedown.
Yeah, I thought the whole
think
thing was.
the
I thought the whole thing was
the
about
initial
the
takedown. I think the initial slide by takedown's a bad call. I don't think that's a takedown right there. And
That's
if it
not a
was video
takedown.
reviewed, we'd come back to that.
That's just
spot.
wrestling. Yeah, that's not a takedown.
That's not a takedown.
No.
But that's when he called the takedown.
Yep. See his arm?
I don't have that wide vision.
All right, cool. Let's go to number 12. So tell me if this is a kickback or not.
No.
No.
Anybody think it's a kickback? Okay, good. I've had a conversation with Tim. I actually sent him this clip. My answer was no before he answered. He agreed. One of the things that I'm going to show next week is actually can you bring it back up, Craig? Rewind a little bit. Right there. Okay.
Legs inside.
So that leg, that right leg is against the back, and then he hops with his left. So that leg is not kicking anything. It's just there. I did have a conversation with him. And what happens if that right leg is not against the back of the knee and he jumps with the left leg and then kicks it? And the answer was that it would be a kickback. That comes from Tim. So I'm going to try to demonstrate that with 2 wrestlers next week. And again, I'll send it to Tim before I get it approved. All right, what is this? Oh, yep. Okay, go back. This one's a quick one. Anybody think that's not a kickback?
Hard to tell on this video.
Oh, no, he left. You can see it right there.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Yep.
Of course,
That's
if
a
you have
kickback.
to see it on video, there's no way I'd pick that up with my eye.
Angel, I was very impressed with Jim Gibbons explaining why you called that illegal.
Did he touch the legs at all before one of his feet came back to the mat?
Yep.
Okay, then it's a kickback.
So Brian, funny question. We talked to Jim Gibbons and we talked about that a little bit, and I think that was good information for him to have during this.
You talked about it with him pre-meet.
Yeah.
That's so funny because I told my brother that's the only way Gibbons knew that.
Well, more ironically is the fact that I told both teams, don't play this one just yet. I told both teams that this would be a point of emphasis. And if you left your feet at any moment in time while you were in rear standing control, that there's a strong possibility that you would be called for illegal kickback. I told both teams just the way I just told you. And when the kid stood up, I explained to him, I said, this is what I said in the pre-meet. And his answer was, I thought my foot was down before. I'm like, this is what I said at the pre-meet. Okay, is this the last one? No? No. Okay, so let's go through this one. Let me know what you guys think.
When did that foot hit the hardwood? Right there, dead.
No, it didn't hit it there.
It looks like it's on right there.
Well, as long as it's not impeding him, you're good to go.
No, you're not. As soon as that comes off the mat, you're done. You blow it dead.
Yep.
So again, as an assistant official or an official, the worst thing to do is tell somebody when the match is over, right? So Kevin is absolutely correct. When that when that leg hits, we should stop it. As you can see, I was coming around. I could never see it.
So Angel, if that's the case, that we're blowing it dead, then why would the takedown have counted earlier when the hand landed on the hardwood floor? Why aren't they both applied the same way?
Good question, Eric, because if we agree, I don't want to have that discussion again. If we agree that that's a hand touch takedown, wherever you fall, it's a 2 takedown because a hand comes down, whether it's on the hardwood floor or not. This is a different, only because we are in control.
There's an interpretation that came out in the 2019-20 season that said as soon as if scoring is, kind of stopped because of the hardwood, like you take a snapshot right at that point. So even if it's a blast double to a guy's butt and he lands both his hands on the hardwood, we score the 2, blow it out. And so with the hand touch, we score the takedown, blow it out. Here, the takedown has been scored, but now we immediately stop it for near fall.
Yep.
Angel, I have a quick scenario. In a situation on the takedown attempt, what if the hand hits, let's say the table, not the table, let's say like a bleacher that's too close to the mat before it hits the hardwood on a rear standing hand touch takedown situation?
On a bleacher, if you're asking me, I would tend not to. That there's an obstruction there that we need to stop.
Okay.
Of course, in your pre-meet, you should make sure nothing's that close.
That's what I was gonna say.
And Joe, to your comment, go back a little bit, Craig. Look how those camera people got so close.
Yeah, I know. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can make that comment at the beginning and say, hey, we got to make sure we keep people back. And the next thing you know, they're on top of the mat.
No, believe you me, if I would have saw it, I have no problem telling camera people to get back.
Yeah, no, I get you.
All right, last one. So Kevin was there. Kevin, can you go through that, please? What was called, what happened?
Yeah, this is a tough one. So Maddie called two at live speed. So we went and looked at this together because I was like, man, I don't know if he has control, and I'm not sure if it was before the buzzer either. So we went and looked at it, and I'm not sure I like this. The more I watch it, the less I like it. It was just a weird position because Arizona State's on top. He has like almost like a reverse Navy ride.
Yeah.
So it kind of looked like he had control, but I'm really not sure that he had control. I think we got fooled on this one, to be honest.
I spoke with Matt Surchinsky on this, and he says if he were to do this over again, he would not call two.
Yeah, and I would tend to agree with him.
Beautiful finish, though.
Would anybody do anything different here? Go to
I
the.
would have called some danger.
Yeah, if
Danger.
you weren't calling two, then there would be danger, but you wouldn't get very far with it.
Did not get to a 3 count on danger, but I had a danger situation.
Correct.
Right, and I think you guys are probably right on that.
Danger. One.
You might get danger and maybe a 1 count.
One,
I'm not
maybe
sure you'd
two.
get much.
Definitely not 3.
Well, he hit his back at 3 seconds, or right now, 4 seconds. And got up before.
Right, but you're going to allow reaction time. It's got to settle there.
Oh,
before
no,
it
yeah,
allows
of course.
danger, you
My
know?
point is that, I mean, even if he landed there at 4 seconds, there's no way you're gonna get to
Right.
take your
Yep.
call because he got up
Yeah.
before the 1 second was even over.
Yep. Good point.
I think that's 2 and 2. I mean, you guys are saying because he doesn't have control? Is that the reason to just have his leg elevated and then pinned down?
Yeah. Who's
guess
talking right now?
Yeah, my name's Sean. Sean
Hey, Sean.
Garland. Hey,
Well, you can't have 2 near fall without awarding the 2 takedown first.
right.
So where do you have the takedown in this clip?
Well, I know that you're contesting the fact that he doesn't have control, but in that position where he has him pinned on his head like that, that's the object of the game, and he's not getting the hell out of there. He's got him. He's got him pinned with his knee up against him. He has control with his shoulders down. That's rest. That's the object. And you're saying he doesn't?
No, not beyond reaction time here.
Well, okay. Well, how long is your reaction time? This guy's trying to get up. I'm trying to get up. Look at me. I'm trying to get up. How much more reaction time you need?
He hasn't restrained him.
Yeah, but he's still within near fall, and he's got him his legs lifted, and he's controlling him.
He's
hasn't
not
restrained.
controlling him. That's why his shoulders are moving quite fluidly.
Fluidly.
He could have just
Within-
made
May
it
I
easy
ask a
for you to
crazy
call the
question here?
pin.
Fluidly. What do you mean? Oh, so he's wiggling though. He's shaking like a chicken. He's worried.
Yeah.
He's squirming. He's squirming. He wants out of there. He got him. I'm done. You guys saw it different. I would have gave him the points.
Well, he did get 2. And Kevin,
And
did his call stand?
The call did stand. Yeah. But again, after Matt and I got home and watched, again, we didn't have this angle either. We had a different angle. But once we saw this on the ACC network, neither of us liked it very much.
Looked like he only had him restrained by 1 arm as well.
That's what we didn't like about it. He's got 1 arm and 1 leg.
He's a
That's it.
tripod. Look how he set himself up. He's got the base. He put himself
Sean,
in a
man,
tripod.
if you want to,
now.
listen, if you want to call the takedown a near fall like that, be my guest. But
Well, I'm just arguing with you. That's all. Sorry.
Well, look, it goes to show that not everybody agrees. Even the evaluators at the NCAA don't agree. So it's good discussion, good things to look forward to. If my opinion is that I don't have control from the ASU guy, even though they're back, head to feet, even though he's squirming, even though he's on his back, doesn't mean that he has control. And that's my operative word there. I don't think he gains control until he comes literally to 0 seconds.
Yeah, I agree with you, Angel. That was our mistake.
Again, we don't
I
all
bring
agree.
one thing up,
That's right.
guys.
That's why we're having this discussions.
Not on this particular call, but there have been 2 clips now where the takedown was given too early, and then the takedown does, at least some of us think that the takedown does occur a second or 2 later. But if there's a brick thrown because the takedown was given too early, then that wipes the whole thing off if you agree that the takedown was given too early, even though 2 seconds later.
Yeah, it does. There's no harmless error kind of thing with that. It does turn it into dead time, and it comes off.
Yeah, so Randy, to give you some more story behind the takedown that I called a split second too early, the coach from Navy actually threw the break and literally said, "You called it just too early." And he knew it was there. He said, "You just called it too early." And sure as crap, he was right.
And so you lose everything.
You lose everything. And so again, a point of discussion with, and I'll tell you right now, listen, again, the worst thing you can do is take points off. However, what you can do as a second in the head is have that discussion. There were a couple clips this weekend where there was a 2 takedown, 2 reversal. Okay. And after review, there's no takedown. Somebody said it best. You as a second official, you're going to be like the third baseman. You're going to make one call, and that call better be spot on.